ever woken up on a random Tuesday morning, stared at yourself in the bathroom mirror, and felt like you are stuck in the exact same routine day after day? You want to change your habits, speak better English, improve your career, and build a genuinely healthier lifestyle, but you simply do not know where to start.
Most people think that changing your life requires a massive, dramatic event or a miraculous transformation overnight. But the real secret is much simpler than that. Real transformation happens through small, consistent decisions that you make every single day. If you stay with us until the end of this conversation, you will discover practical, step-by-step principles that can turn your entire life around faster than you ever thought possible.
Welcome, everyone, to today's special episode. If you are searching for an easy English podcast focused on daily life English to help you learn English fast and improve English listening, you are in the exact right place. I am your host, Emily, and today I am joined by our guest, David. So many of our viewers reach out asking how to change your life when you feel overwhelmed, busy, or lacking discipline. Today, we are breaking down this journey using simple English conversation for beginners so you can expand your vocabulary, gain English listening practice, and transform your daily routine all at once.
It is an absolute pleasure to be here, Emily. What makes this conversation so unique is that self-improvement and learning English for daily life go hand in hand. When you elevate your English comprehension, you gain access to global knowledge, better career opportunities, and fresh perspectives. When people search online for self-improvement advice, they often click on viral videos titled, "How to Change Your Life So Fast It Feels Illegal," because everyone wants fast, dramatic results. But true transformation is not about illegal shortcuts or magic tricks. It is about building simple, daily habits that stay with you forever.
That title is so popular online because people naturally crave fast change. But as you said, sustainable change requires a strong foundation. Today, David and I have broken down the entire life transformation process into 8 deep, practical steps. Let us begin right away with step number 1, shifting your identity and mindset. David, why is identity the foundation of all personal change?
Most people try to change their life by focusing only on their external outcomes. They say, I want to lose 10 kilograms, or I want to speak fluent English, or I want to earn more money. But outcomes are just the results of your habits, and your habits are a direct reflection of your identity. If you see yourself as a lazy person who struggles with English, every time you try to study, your brain will resist because it does not match who you believe you are.
So true. If you want to change your behavior permanently, you must first change what you believe about yourself. In English learning, we call this shifting your identity. Instead of saying, I am trying to learn English, you start saying to yourself, I am an English speaker who practices every day. Instead of saying, I am trying to get fit, you say, I am an active, healthy person.
Exactly. When you adopt a new identity, your daily decisions naturally align with that self-image. Let us explain 2 very useful English vocabulary words here for our listeners. The first word is identity. Your identity is the set of qualities, beliefs, and characteristics that define who you are. The second word is aligned. When 2 things are aligned, they work together in harmony toward the same goal. When your daily actions are aligned with your new identity, staying disciplined becomes far easier. What about mindset, David? How does someone move from a limited way of thinking to an empowering one?
There are 2 main types of mindsets, a fixed mindset and a growth mindset. A person with a fixed mindset believes that intelligence, talent, and personality are fixed traits that cannot be changed. They say things like, I am bad at languages, or I am just not a disciplined person. But a person with a growth mindset understands that skills and abilities are like muscles. With practice, effort, and patience, anyone can grow, learn new languages, and master new skills.
That distinction is life-changing for language learners. If you catch yourself thinking,
English grammar is too difficult for me. Reframe that thought immediately. Say, English grammar is challenging, but with daily English practice, I am getting better every single day. This simple shift in self-talk builds emotional resilience.
Resilience is a fantastic vocabulary word. Resilience is the mental ability to recover quickly from difficulties, mistakes, or failures. When you develop resilience, making a grammar mistake or having a bad day does not stop your progress. You simply learn from it and keep moving forward.
Now, let us move on to step number 2, breaking negative habit cycles and designing your environment. David, why do so many people struggle to eliminate bad habits, like scrolling on their phones for hours or procrastinating?
Bad habits persist because they offer immediate rewards. When you scroll through social media or watch short videos, your brain receives a quick hit of dopamine, which is the chemical responsible for pleasure and motivation. Good habits, on the other hand, usually offer delayed rewards. Exercising today makes you healthy months from now. Studying English today makes you fluent months from now. Because human brains are wired to prefer immediate pleasure over future rewards, we fall into bad habit loops.
So, how can our listeners overcome this biological trap and break bad habits effectively?
The easiest way to eliminate a bad habit is not through sheer willpower, but by redesigning your environment. Willpower is like a battery. It drains throughout the day as you make decisions and face stress. If you rely solely on willpower, you will eventually break down. But if you change your environment, you make bad habits difficult and good habits effortless.
Could you give us a concrete example of environment design in daily life?
Absolutely. If you spend 2 hours every night scrolling on your phone in bed instead of sleeping or reading, do not leave your phone on your nightstand. Charge your phone in another room overnight. Buy a simple alarm clock for your bedside table. By adding physical friction between yourself and the bad habit, you interrupt the automatic trigger.
The word friction here means resistance or obstacles that make an action harder to perform. If you want to stop eating unhealthy junk food, do not keep junk food in your kitchen. If you want to read more English books, place an English book directly on your desk or pillow where you cannot ignore it. Decreasing friction for good habits makes success automatic.
That brings us naturally to step number 3, designing high-energy morning and evening routines. When people look up lessons on how to structure a healthy daily routine, especially in A1 English content where you learn how to talk about your day in an English podcast, it all comes down to intentional habits. Emily, how does a person's morning routine influence the trajectory of their day?
Your morning routine determines your mental focus and energy levels for the entire day. If you wake up, immediately check news notifications, react to emails, and rush around in a state of anxiety, you start your day in a reactive state. You spend the rest of the day reacting to other people's priorities instead of focusing on your own goals.
What does an intentional, high-energy morning routine look like for someone who wants to transform your life and practice English?
It does not need to be complicated or take 2 hours. A powerful morning routine can take just 30 minutes and consist of 3 simple steps. Step 1, hydrate your body immediately with a large glass of clean water to wake up your system. Step 2, spend 10 minutes moving your body, whether that means going for a quick morning walk, stretching, or doing light exercises. Step 3, spend 10 minutes writing down your top goals and practicing English journaling.
Journaling in English is one of the most effective habits any learner can build. You do not need to write complex essays. Simply write 3 sentences about what you are grateful for today and 3 sentences about your top priorities for the afternoon. This short exercise trains your brain to think directly in English right from the moment you wake up.
And what about the evening routine, David? Why is how you end your day just as critical as how you begin it?
Your evening routine determines the quality of your sleep, and sleep is the master lever of human performance. When you sleep well, your brain consolidates new vocabulary, processes memories, and restores physical energy. If you watch bright television screens or scroll on your phone right before sleeping, the blue light tricks your brain into thinking it is still daytime, blocking the production of melatonin, which is the sleep hormone.
To fix this, create a digital sunset 30 to 60 minutes before you sleep. Turn off bright screens, dim the room lights, listen to relaxing audio or an English audiobook, and let your nervous system calm down. When you wake up well rested, you have the willpower and focus needed to stick to your daily goals.
Let us move to step number 4, defeating procrastination and mastering time management. Emily, procrastination is one of the biggest obstacles holding people back from achieving their dreams. Why do we procrastinate, and how do we stop it?
People often believe that procrastination is caused by laziness or bad time management, but psychologists have proven that procrastination is actually an emotional regulation problem. We procrastinate on tasks that trigger fear, boredom, insecurity, or overwhelm. For instance, an English student might delay speaking practice because they feel anxious about making mistakes or sounding imperfect.
That insight changes everything. When you realize that procrastination is rooted in emotion rather than laziness, you can use practical tools to bypass that emotional friction. One of the best tools is the 5-minute rule.
How does the 5-minute rule work in practice, David?
Tell yourself that you only have to work on the task for 5 minutes. If you are avoiding studying English grammar, tell yourself, I will only study for 5 minutes, and if I want to stop after 5 minutes, I am completely allowed to stop. The hardest part of any task is almost always the friction of starting. Once you take action and cross the starting line, your brain releases focus, momentum takes over, and you usually keep going for much longer.
Another fantastic strategy is the Pomodoro technique. You set a simple timer for 25 minutes, eliminate all distractions, and focus deeply on a single task until the timer rings. Then you take a short 5-minute break. This structure makes daunting tasks feel manageable and structured.
Let us highlight a great English vocabulary word here: daunting. Something that is daunting feels intimidating or overwhelming because it seems too large or difficult to accomplish. Breaking daunting tasks into small 25-minute blocks removes that fear.
What are 3 practical, physical habits that any busy person can start implementing today to boost their daily energy?
First, prioritize daily physical movement. You do not need to spend 2 hours at an expensive gym. A 30-minute brisk walk outside every afternoon boosts blood circulation and mental clarity. Second, focus on whole foods, proteins, vegetables, clean water, and whole grains, while reducing refined sugars and heavily processed foods that cause energy crashes. Third, pay attention to posture. Sitting up straight with open posture increases oxygen flow and confidence when speaking, especially when practicing English aloud.
Body language plays a huge role in how confident you feel when speaking a foreign language. Standing tall, keeping open shoulder posture, and taking deep, relaxed breaths reduces physical tension and helps you articulate words clearly.
Now, let us dive into step number 7, continuous learning and habit stacking for English fluency. Emily, how can our listeners make language learning an effortless part of their daily life without adding extra stress to their busy schedules?
The key is a powerful concept developed by productivity experts called habit stacking. Instead of trying to create brand new time blocks in your calendar for English study, you attach a new English habit onto an existing daily routine that you already perform automatically without thinking.
Could you share some real-life examples of how habit stacking works for English learning?
Absolutely. Think about your existing daily routines. You already brush your teeth every morning, commute to work or school, make coffee, wash dishes, and go for walks. With habit stacking, you pair English practice directly with those existing actions. For instance, while I make my morning coffee, I will listen to 5 minutes of an English news podcast. While I commute on the bus, I will review 10 new vocabulary flashcards. While I cook dinner, I will listen to a simple English conversational script.
That is brilliant.
Because it requires zero extra time in your day. You are taking time you already spend on mundane tasks and turning it into active personal growth. Over a year, listening to 30 minutes of English podcasts during your daily commute adds up to over 180 hours of immersive language practice.
Immersive is a key word here. Immersive language practice means completely surrounding yourself with the language so that your brain naturally absorbs rhythm, pronunciation, and sentence structures without memorizing dry grammar rules.
Another powerful language learning technique is shadowing. Shadowing means listening to a native or fluent English speaker and repeating their exact words just a split second after they say them. You imitate their tone, rhythm, pause, and accent. Shadowing technique trains your mouth muscles to produce natural English sounds fluidly.
Now let us reach step number 8, the 1% rule and embracing consistency over perfection. David, why do so many people quit their personal transformation journey after just a few weeks?
Most people quit because they hold unrealistic expectations of perfection. They launch into a new lifestyle with high enthusiasm, attempting to change their sleep, diet, exercise, reading, and language habits all on the same day. But life happens. You might get sick, face unexpected work pressure, or simply feel exhausted. When people with an all-or-nothing mindset miss a day or make a mistake, they declare failure and abandon their goals entirely. We must replace the all-or-nothing mindset with the 1% rule. Improving by just 1% every day seems tiny and insignificant on any given Tuesday or Wednesday. But when you improve by 1% every single day for 365 days, compounding math shows that you become 37 times better by the end of the year.
That is the exponential power of compounding. Compounding means building upon previous progress over time to generate massive cumulative results. Small, simple actions performed consistently beat heroic efforts performed occasionally every single time.
Let us do a comprehensive summary of the 8 steps we have explored together today. Step 1, shift your identity and adopt a growth mindset. Step 2, break bad habits by adding friction and altering your environment. Step 3, build high-energy morning and evening routines anchored by quality sleep. Step 4, beat procrastination using the 5-minute rule and Pomodoro technique. Step 5, curate your social environment and digital media inputs. Step 6, align your physical health, nutrition, and posture for maximum mental clarity. Step 7, practice habit stacking and shadowing for continuous English fluency. Step 8, choose daily consistency over temporary perfection through the 1% rule.
Applying these exact principles step by step will not only transform your daily mindset, career, and lifestyle, but listening to immersive conversations like this will steadily elevate your English comprehension, vocabulary depth, and speaking confidence.
If you enjoyed today's podcast conversation and found value in these self-improvement lessons, please take a quick moment to like this video, leave a comment with your favorite step, and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us create even more practical, high-quality lessons for learners around the world. Thank you so much for giving us your focus and spending your time with us today. Stay dedicated to your goals, keep practicing your simple daily English, and remember that small actions lead to remarkable transformations. Keep pushing forward every single day. Tap that subscribe button so you never miss a step in your transformation. Share this with a bestie who needs a motivation boost today, and we look forward to welcoming you in our next lesson, right here on Clarity English Practice.